Hi, and welcome to Market Conversations. Just want to do a quick video on Alibaba and losses. Talk about margin. If you are going to use margin, please be very cautious because if the stock continues to go down, if you bought shares, you might get margin called if your portfolio can't handle the losses, or if you're selling calls, naked calls, and the stock keeps going up, you will experience losses as well. And that's happened to me where my portfolio was liquidated because I over leveraged, and two, my group brokerage decided to change their margin requirements intraday, and I lost a great amount of money that I can never get back. It's impossible at this point. You would think that the number one e-commerce company of China would do well, but look where the stock is at. It's at 122. The stock was trading around 274. This was beginning of this year, and ever since then, it's just been selling off. It did try to break above 180 back in, let's see, this was October. We just had the earnings report. It wasn't great, and then we saw 10 days of selling off. And today, there was news about delisting. Says U.S. regulators move step closer to delisting Chinese companies. So this is just creating more fear. I don't know what can happen. No one really knows what can happen. You will see people say that, no, Alibaba's never going to get delisted. And then you have half of the people say, yes, it's going to get delisted. We just don't know. All we can do is prepare ourselves for the worst. And the reason I bring this up about margin calls is because I was reading on Reddit about this person who bought Alibaba back in June. I'll show you the Reddit post. And he thought that $200 was the bottom. You know, a lot of people thought too. And even 180, a lot of people thought it was the bottom, 150, even 140, and now it's at 120. We just don't know where Alibaba is going to go short term. There's just going to be a lot of volatility. I feel very sad for this person because I know how it is. Your hard-earned money just gone. This was the post. He said, I bought Baba at June 25th. Finally, I cut loss. Today, my account, my sister account, and my wife's account. This is a great amount of money. And I was looking through his comments to see why did he sell. And he sold because I was having big margin call because Robinhood changed the margin requirements. It forced me to sell. A lot of brokerages will do this. Mine did. I had TD Ameritrade. They will change their margin requirements intraday anytime they want if they feel that the stock is too volatile. And Alibaba has been a very volatile stock. And I just want to tell you guys, be very careful not to use a lot of margin and have money on the side to cover margin calls, because if you sell it, this is what happened. He lost a lot of money on one of his accounts, 35,000, 117,000, 77,000. And it just reminds me of June 2nd where my portfolio was liquidated. Same thing happened. TD Ameritrade raised their maintenance requirements and I had to get rid of everything. It's been a very tough year, and I just hope that we can all overcome this huge losses. Every single person that's invested in Alibaba, who bought in prior to today, hopefully our time will come. If not, then what can we do? But if you have very strong convictions on this stock or any stock, continue to hold. But also hedge your position, especially if you're holding a huge position, just in case something like this can happen. We just don't know where it's going to be short term. Maybe 5 years from now, it'll go back to $300, but we don't know.